Welcome to Jesus God News. I'm Xanadu Santorum. The headlines: Evolution disproved. Jesus saves heart bypass patient from death. African village destroyed by gays. The world of science was reeling today when self-professed scientist Richard Dawkins appeared to pause slightly when asked if he could disprove the existence of Jesus' teapot. The 71-year-old pro-abortionist looked confused and was clearly lost for words, dithering slightly before falling back into his usual trick of using logic and reason to clearly set out his argument. The Right Reverend Charles Chester, Bishop of Bashing on the Rod, said, "Perhaps it's Dawkins who is deluded. Jesus must have had a teapot, since tea is probably served in heaven. I don't know of any teapot that wasn't designed, or at least had a creator. Are we supposed to think that a monkey gave birth to it? Imagine waking up to find that Jesus had personally intervened to save your life. Well, mother of two, Edna Drainpipe, no longer has to. The 62-year-old churchgoer endured an 8-hour operation after a heart attack in January. When asked about her experience, she said that Jesus was clearly there for me. I could sense him in the corner of the room trying to get through the throng of medical professionals who were operating on me." Mrs. Drainpipe's faith healer, Mr. Arthur Scammer, said, "It's a miracle. This obviously proves the power of prayer over the sad, outdated tricks of science. Clearly, the Lord, in his infinite wisdom, has something special planned for Edna." "Oh, God, save us!" These were the last words of Chief Elder Kofi Mabu in his West African village of Godtown was washed into the sea by a freak flood last week. Local people said that a cloud shaped like a rabbit with the face of Satan was clearly visible in the sky during a BBC World Service documentary on famous gay Sir Elton John. The 92-year-old village leader said, although the floods had happened every year, this one had been different. It was much wetter. It was as if Satan knew the dam had been damaged during the recent civil war and exploited it to punish us for tolerating someone called Elton John. Elton John was not available for comment. Prayer Science News now, and Dean of Scientism at the University of the Great and Powerful Jesus, Dr. Albert Batchett, has completed his 14-year study into the link between Christianity and the winners of the National Lottery. The 13,000-page report showed that since 71.6% of Britons describe themselves as Christian, Christians tended to win more than members of other religions, proving beyond reasonable doubt the power of prayer. He went on to say that prayers from other religions clearly aren't working and very likely upset Jesus, hence why there is so much suffering in the world. I'm Xanadu Santorum, and now you're up to date.